You know, my Marvel vs. DC adaptation show is better than Organized Chaos's. Huh? What's that? We're recording! I just called myself better than Organized Chaos on YouTube! Hey, Organized Chaos, if you're watching, and I know you aren't, let's not start this rivalry up. Hey guys, it's me, and it's time for another Marvel vs. DC and other media. This one is Squirrel Girl, the Unbeatable radio show. This is The Flash Escaped the Midnight Circus. Yeah, I know that was probably the loser of that poll I made asking which one should be compared to Squirrel Girl, the Unbeatable radio show. But here's the thing. Okay, here's the backstory that caused this one. When I found out Squirrel Girl, the Unbeatable radio show was a thing that exists, my mindset was, one, that's awesome, because I had just watched Marvel Rising, which made me a bigger Squirrel Girl fan than I was. Originally in the comics, I just viewed her as a nice throwback to the Silver Age. But anyway, so my mindset was, one, that's awesome, and two, is this gonna break the, weird trend my series? Is this gonna be like Spider-Man PS4 where it breaks the weird trend my series has that Superman adaptations get compared to Spider-Man adaptations, because my favorite comparison is Christopher Reeve's Superman versus Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and so that sort of just affected this whole series somehow. And then I found out Batman Audio Adventures also exists and thought that also would work, since Squirrel Girl, like in the comics, has that same is more OP than she should be theme. Though Squirrel Girl, that's played for laughs, and Batman, that's just a thing with him. And then I found out Flash Escape the Midnight Circus exists. And I was like, I don't know which one to do. These all would work fine. So I did what anyone else would do. Asked my little brother, see which one he would watch. And he said that he thinks Flash the Midnight Circus would work best, so I'm going with that. Similarities? Both are on radio or podcast or whatever you think. Squirrel Girl, the radio show, is a radio show in the form of one of those talk show podcasts, and Flash Escape the Midnight Circus is a podcast with a story that's more like what the Superman radio show would be, but definitely not at the same time, because, a Flash show in that universe would be Jay Garrick, since that show was based on Golden Age, as those were the only comics at the time that show came out. Both have someone with good intentions but poor execution. We find out the villain in Squirrel Girl, the Unbeatable radio show, Fine Art, is an Asgardian shapeshifter who actually wants to help Squirrel Girl's podcast become more popular. And in Midnight Circus, Flash changes the timeline, but not on his own accord like the meme usually portrays. He thinks that his therapist is encouraging him to do that. In both, the hero has like something hard happening in their personal lives. Doreen's secret identity as Squirrel Girl before the radio show takes place has gotten exposed by a villain. And Iris is upset that Barry's not present enough in her life. Etc. So which wins? Okay, here's the thing. Plot-wise, Flash Escape the Midnight Circus technically has more leverage. But otherwise, I actually find the Squirrel Girl radio show more entertaining, so to speak. It's everything you'd expect from a Squirrel Girl radio show, we'll say that. And also, I think Flash the Midnight Circus was released to coincide and like get people hyped for the Flash movie, which is a pretty lame reason for it to lose. But otherwise, if I don't have it lose this way, I don't know which would win, and it would probably be a tie, which I don't want that, because I enjoyed both of these shows. Alright, so Squirrel Girl takes the win for the 4th time on this show, I'm pretty sure. Winner, Marvel. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe if you want to, and if you do, turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. Comment below which one of these radio show podcasts things you guys prefer, and I'll see you next time. Bye!